Yo, how are we doing? It's me, Ryan Hartley, back for another episode of the Always Better Than Yesterday interview sessions. I hope that we are all well. I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope that you've all had a fantastic weekend. Let me just send some invites. Here we go. If you are catching up on replay, just drop a hashtag replay. Let me just jump in the conversation and appreciate you. If you are on the podcast, on the YouTube, thank you for taking the time to spend it with me and with us, the Always Better Than Yesterday community. I hope that the next half an hour or so will serve you really well. Just as I send a couple of invites out, I will do my usual, the reason why I do this. And the reason why I do this is I genuinely believe that what separates the good from the great is the way that we think. I think the way people think informs the way people act and ultimately the results that we get. So I have really enjoyed interviewing 57 awesome and inspiring people about their habits and their mindset, and tonight's going to be no different. Really looking forward to tonight's guest, and it's all about just helping you learn and helping me learn from inspiring people, because I think if we can find something that works for other people and then use that in our own life, then that is how we are always better than yesterday, by learning it and trying. So let me just make sure that my guest is ready, knows that we are on. And yep, just drop your blue love heart emojis. Let me appreciate you. Let me just, if you've got any questions throughout, then please do just let me know. And I'm just going to spend 1 minute just trying to make sure that my guest is able to join. There we go. 2 seconds, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining, good to see you, Glenn. Good to see you, Arta, Suleiman, Ash, Sophie. Loads of people on. Reese. Nice. Great to see you guys. There we go. Send a message out. Tony, good to see you, my friend. There we go. Just wait for my guest to join the stream. So here we go, episode. Okay. Lonnie, good to see you. I've seen that your season started as well. Hope that it's going well. People, while I get this sorted best I possibly can and as quick as I possibly can. There we go. Christine Saunders. Now that is a name that I love to see popping up. Christine, how are you? I hope that you are well. So far so good. Good to see. Here we go. Now let's see if we can make this happen. He's ready, good to go. Ronnie, good to see you, pal. Just bringing my guest on now.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I am doing well. Doing much better than yesterday.
Oh, drop that already straight in. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad to have you join me. Please do me the honour and the privilege of introducing yourself and telling us a bit about your story.
My story. I hope you guys are ready. Are you guys ready for this? I hope you guys are all ready for my story because it's a very interesting story. First of all, my name is Donovan Mckenzie. I am a survivor of depression. I mean, on the surface, I look like your everyday average Joe. physically fit. I take care of myself. But on the surface, it may look like something, but inside I've dealt with depression and mental health issues for quite some time. I have been diagnosed with depression since I was 21 years old, but growing up, I've dealt with a lot of abuse, a lot of broken relationships, physically and verbal abuse, but at the same time, I still had to show my family love no matter what has happened. But I wasn't able to accept what happened to me growing up. But I have been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, PTSD, and here I am now to share my story with you. And I'm very happy, Ryan, to be on the show right now.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for the introduction. I'd just love to dig in, and just take us from the start. Take us from, what it was like growing up and some of those things you've had to overcome.
Before I begin saying that, I'm hearing some extra voices here. Like my voice is going over and over. Like I'm hearing you talk right now when you're not talking. So I'm just letting you know. It might be a little bit difficult. Hopefully no one's confused.
Sure, we'll roll with it.
But okay, so everyone sees me and probably, thinks I'm just a regular brother, which is cool. I myself, I don't have my PhD. I don't have my bachelor's. I'm not a doctor, but I do have my associate's degree in abandonment, my PhD in pain, my bachelor's in brokenness. I have my degree in depression. And with me, what's happened in my life throughout these years is just understanding who I am and getting the help I need and speaking openly about, the suicidal thoughts, the abandonment, things like that. So Donovan Mckenzie's story is a man that had to finally get help from therapists, have myself just open up more and be vulnerable, because vulnerability is a sign of strength.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That's why I'm here now. And I'm happy to be here right now because I have a long, long battle. I've been climbing this bridge for a very long time. And I see vulnerability as a sign of strength.
What helped you learn that?
Well, first thing, I had to accept that. I had to accept who I am. Second thing I had to do is I had to go see a therapist. But I had to understand that in order for me to get any better, I had to see a therapist to know that, you know what, I'm not just a regular brother that's big, tall, and strong.
Yeah.
I had to go and find, why am I depressed every day? Why am I struggling with anxiety? Why do I have this anger inside of me? Why do I want to kick everyone's ass all the time? Why am I broken? So here I am right now. And, I had to see the therapist. I had to go out there and say, you know what? I got to talk to see what the hell's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I had to find out what's going on.
What did you, what were the answers to those questions?
Well, when I was 21, they said I was depressed. And I laughed. I'm like, get out of here. I'm not depressed. I'm a man. Get out of here. I'm too cool for that, man. I'm not depressed. They said basically I was suffering from anxiety, different things like that. But I kept that a secret, though. And we keep that a secret sometimes as men. Because society says we have to keep that stuff a secret as men, right? So they said I had PTSD, anxiety, depression, even suicidal ideation. But I didn't believe them until I was about 25 years old. And I realized every day I'm thinking about, why am I feeling so down, broken, alone, empty? I kept on thinking about that every damn day. And I'm like, what's going on? Maybe these guys are right. But I'm born in Jamaica and we don't talk about that stuff.
What changed? What changed when you got to 25?
Well, I started realizing that my medicine were to go out there and have fun in the clubs and get women, but I'd come home, I would be alone, like crying. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what the hell's going on inside of my heart? Why am I still feeling like so down? I have all the girls. I have fun with my friends in the clubs. But really and truly, that was just a quick fix. My depression was still there. Yeah. I was still thinking about suicide. So I had to finally, it's called self-acceptance. When you accept yourself, you start realizing, you know what, something's wrong with me. You will do whatever you got to do to climb that bridge and start to fix it.
Yeah. What else helped you along your journey?
You know what? If I didn't see a therapist, I don't think I would ever get help on my journey. I'd be dead right now. I mean, there's times I wanted to go like this.
Yeah.
You know, there's times I couldn't understand who the hell I was. And seeing a therapist and finally being able to talk about it more openly was the greatest thing I ever did. That was what helped me as a man. I had to see a therapist, and I still had to keep my mouth shut, though, because I was raised to be quiet as a man. I couldn't cry, right? I'm seeing a therapist. People would think I'm weird. So I kept that a secret. But when I seen my therapist, I realized what was going on inside of my heart. And I was able to be more vulnerable, more open. So that's what it was like. And I finally was able to get some help and know, you know what? Something's wrong with me. I'm really depressed and I'm suffering from these suicidal thoughts I got to get rid of. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm not going to get rid of suicidal thoughts sometimes, but I'll be able to manage it. And I finally was able to manage it by being more vulnerable also.
Tell me more about that.
Well, what I was able to do was to realize, you know what? Okay, yes, I'm having these suicidal thoughts. I'm feeling broken. But I realized that when you talk to your friends, when you talk to other people, you could start to feel more like you're not alone. But at the same time, you got to be ready for the rejection you might face. But when you open up, it's like a medicine. You don't keep that hidden in your heart all the time.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing I did. And that's why I call it positive vulnerability, not just vulnerability. Because vulnerability, you feel like you're weak. But positive vulnerability can make you stronger.
Yeah, that's really powerful. I'm just interested in terms of your upbringing. I brought up a single parent family and, grew up around my mum. And I think that that feminine energy has just meant that, I'm okay. That the whole sense of not crying, and I'm the opposite. I can't watch telly without feeling that sense of vulnerability and that positive vulnerability through my eyes, shall we say. And just curious to know what it was like growing up, in your environment and how you had to unpick some of that learning.
Well, I grew up, like I said, I was born in Jamaica. So if you talked about that you were depressed, if you had some issues, it's like a demon inside you. And that was a damn lie. Okay, if you guys, anyone Jamaican listen to this right now, you might be offended, but it's a lie. You don't have a demon inside of you. You were looked down upon in a way where they felt like people became distant because he's talking about mental health. He's depressed? No, he can't be depressed. That means this is just a demon. Just pray to God. And I believe in God and I believe in prayer, but you got to get help. So in my community, as a Jamaican, we don't talk about that stuff. It's a spiritual thing for us. People become uncomfortable talking about that stuff. Yeah. And that got me angry. That got me very angry. But at the same time, I had to do something to make a difference in my heart and to be open about it because I want them to feel uncomfortable so I could talk about it so they could eventually learn about it.
Yeah.
But I did feel alone growing up in, a black community. But, I still love all my people, though.
So tell me about Heart of a Man. When did that become something that you brought to life?
Heart of a Man. Well, Heart of a Man is something that's revolutionizing manhood. What we're doing basically is allowing men to open up more.
Yeah.
To see vulnerability as a sign of strength. It's helping men to feel confident, hopeful, and optimistic about their future. It's allowing men to have better relationships and be better communicators. And when I say better communicators, I mean men can finally talk about depression, finally cry in front of a woman. It's allowing men to, like I've started a support group. And a support group where men could be able to just talk about what's going on inside of their hearts. If they're feeling depressed, if they feel suicidal, if they feel just broken, that's what it is. I created this brand, this Heart of a Man right here that people could check out where they can get the help they need and reach out to us. I just want to inspire men to say, you know what? Mental health is health and you can talk about it. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be men. Let's be strong. Let's talk about stuff. So that's what Heart of a Man is, and that's why it's been amazing. I'm revolutionizing manhood. one day at a time.
One day at a time. I love that. I love that. Where are you starting?
Well, where I started was with just having little small support groups in Toronto, Canada here. It's been kind of like a bumpy road. It's like climbing a bridge because some men, don't want to talk about that stuff. Some do. Second thing I'm doing is just starting a workshop where I can go out and just speak about different topics like depression, how to overcome different things. And I'm trying to partner with Dr. Natasha Williams. And we're trying to just push this brand right here so men can wear it and feel like we're a team. Because if you're out there wearing this shirt and I'm wearing this shirt, I see you, heart of a man. Might give each other a high five and just talk about what's going on inside of our hearts.
For sure. I need one of those t-shirts, my friend.
I got you. Send me your address and I'm giving you one of these t-shirts. That's what it is right there.
Love that. I shall display that proudly because I genuinely believe in everything you're saying. And I think, I think sometimes it's not just men, it's people. But I think this topic is something that is very specific because there is that concept of what it is to be a man. I think there's a very clear sense of what people think it is to be a man. And actually, sometimes we have to unlearn that before we can embrace the type of vulnerability that you're talking about. So for sure, I completely resonate with everything you stand for. How can people connect with you? How can they find out more about what you're doing and follow more of your content? What platforms are you available on?
Well, here's what you guys can check out. Check out my Instagram. It's heartofaman_. You can reach out to me that way. You could go on my website, heartofaman.com. Email me at info@heartofaman. Reach out to me and I'm going to connect back with you because I've got to make sure we connect, we stay together, and we keep this movement going. So that's how you could connect with me. I got Facebook. Check out the Facebook. My boy Ryan here has it too. But the people can reach out to me that way and just keep going. I mean, I was on Global News too. So if you guys want to Google Global News, Heart of a Man, we're able to speak up and speak out and just support the cause. Men need to have a voice and men need to get the help too. So heartofaman.com. Check it out.
Love that. So I've got a few comments. I'll get back through the comments. Lonnie, my friend, says, thank you for speaking about this. She had a friend that took her life a couple of weeks ago and wished that she would have reached out. This video is going to help others. God bless you.
Amazing.
It's real, isn't it? It's very real. Claire Gibson says, how did you get through it? How did you get through it?
How did I get through it? The first thing, I had to accept it. You have to accept it first. You cannot lie to yourself and tell yourself you do not, I'm okay. You can't go and ask someone that doesn't have any idea what's wrong with you and let them say, you know what, you're okay. You got to first accept it like I had to. I had to say, you know what, something's wrong with me. My heart is hurting me. And then second thing you got to do is you got to reach out to a therapist and say, maybe I should get some help. I know you're going to feel uncomfortable. So if you're listening to this right now, you might feel uncomfortable getting help in the beginning, but it has been so helpful. I am alive right now because I had the courage, just like you have the courage. Whoever's listening to this, you got the courage to reach out and to talk to a therapist and a friend that will support you and be by your side. Because I still feel alone, but guess what? Revolutionizing manhood, and you're an amazing lady right now asking this question. Man, you're asking this question. You're dope.
Love that. Love that. What else? What else haven't we talked about that's on your heart that you want to share?
Men, let's just check it out like this. Men are able to talk about things, and you can cry in front of a woman. I want to tell every man out there that's dealing with stuff and holding depression inside of themselves. If you know you're depressed, if you know you're suicidal, if you know you have anxiety, you have PTSD, it is okay to talk about that stuff. Yes, some people might not be educated enough and have that knowledge to know how to help you, but it's okay to talk about it. It is 2019, and positive vulnerability is a sign of strength. You got the strength. So I want you guys to talk about it openly and just be so okay with saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm dealing with depression. I'm dealing with anxiety. Yeah, I'm a big, strong dude. I got some muscles on me right there. You see that right there? But I can still talk about it and I can still cry. So I want us to just be more expressive. Yeah. Let's open up. Let's all open up. Let's talk about it. Let's know that we got a heart and the heart hurts at times, but we can stay together and just connect. We got this. Please open up and get the help you need. Reach out to me if you need help, and I'll connect you with different organizations that can help you.
Love that. Love that. My ethos is about helping people be always better than yesterday. I'm just curious to know
I
what that
love that.
phrase. Curious
I
to know what
love
that
that.
phrase means to you.
Always be better than yesterday. I mean, we all have struggles every day, right? We're not perfect. Sometimes we have ups and downs. We got to climb that bridge life gives us all the time. There's a bridge. But if you're going to be better than yesterday, you got to let yesterday go. Sometimes we're broken. Sometimes we're lost the day before. But we have to just say to ourselves, you know what? Today's a new day. Today's a new day. Let's just take over the world today and be the best we could be today. You're going to be lost. You could be hurt. You could feel down, depressed. But you know what? Today's a new day. Live every day like it's your last and just do your best.
Oh, love that. Love that a lot. Guys, girls, if you've made it through this far on the live stream, let me just say thank you for taking the time out and spending it with us. I have absolutely no doubt that there is at least one person in your network that can benefit from hearing what Don has just shared this evening. So please just think of that person, share this video in their inbox. Better still, share it on your timeline if that's what you would like to do. Please just help Don and I spread the message of Heart of a Man. And Don, let me just say thank you for everything you're doing, the ripples that you're creating in the world.
Thank you.
And I'd just like to offer you the opportunity to leave us all with a final thought from yourself.
Okay. I want you to live every day like it's your last, and I want you to see that vulnerability is not a weakness. Positive vulnerability is a sign of strength. Cry if you need to cry. Open up. Get the help you need and support a loved one dealing with depression, dealing with the stress. Let's cut back on suicide. The numbers are growing. You understand? We got to be there for one another. We got to support one another. That's what I got to leave you with. And I say 3 words for Heart of a Man: overcome, elevate, inspire. Okay? Help me revolutionize manhood. Let's stay connected. You guys got this. Heartofaman.com. Check it out.
Love that, my friend. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for everyone that's joined. Jem absolutely hit the nail on the head. You are awesome, my friend. Happy days. Have a great week, everybody, and I look forward to connecting again very soon. Much love, guys.
Thank you very much, sir. Stay strong.